All praise to the Most High in your house. God bless. Shabbat Shalom to everybody out there listening into, tuning into the classroom. Today's class we're going to be is going to be named "Serving the Creature More Than the Creator." Because a lot of times, even it's times we be still don't even realize that we still serving the creature. Because a lot of times we love to do worldly things that we just don't want to get out of, but it's things that you can do spiritual or according to the Bible and leave some of this worldly stuff alone. We are in the world, but that don't mean we of the world. So with that being said, we're going to start out with Romans chapter 12, verse 2 through 3.
The book of Romans.
Hold on. I make sure everybody got their food. Everybody, well, y'all should be there. Go ahead.
The book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
See, a lot of times we come out of the world, but people don't understand. Just saying, hey, I keep my friends on, I do this. But you got to renew your mind. Because even your thought process, all of us, every last one of us in this room and watching, all of mine was not tuned to the Most High. Not one. Not one. And I don't care if you was in the church. And if you was in the church, your mind really was getting thrown somewhere else. I was in the church. My mind was, I don't know, it was in North Dakota a couple of times, a couple of Sundays. Because that's where they was taking us, anywhere but the truth of this Bible. Go ahead.
That ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God.
By the what? Start over, because I want y'all to look at that. Everybody like to say that first part, but they don't get to the second part. Read that from Be Ye Transformed. But be ye transformed.
But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God.
And he said by renewing your mind, getting out of everything you thought you knew. Remember all them arguments we've been in? Didn't know a dang on thing. Michael Jordan, he better than Kobe. So nobody knows. And then we just argue about all the little stuff we have. We got to get out of all of that. Sports. We couldn't wait for our child to go to sport. You know, Saturday morning, they want to play football. Now you be like, nah, you can't go play football. Start your own league. Everybody play on Tuesday. But that's the things we got to start thinking about. We got to totally get out of the world. I'm talking about on the little simple stuff. We got to come from all that stuff that we thought we know. My mama had said, my daddy had said, your mama and daddy didn't know nothing. They wasn't walking in the truth. Go ahead.
For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think.
Read that again.
For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think.
He said, everybody in here. I don't know, I know a lot of you thought you was cold at something, huh? Cold at rapping, cold at this. Bible say you ain't nothing, man. Don't think too highly of yourself. Don't think too, believe me, like a lot of basketball players, every last one of them in high school, I'm going to the league. Till they get to college. And then they realize, so I ain't as good as I thought I was. Then everybody in college, I'm going to the league. Until they get to the NBA or the combine and realize, man, I ain't as good as I thought I was. And even the top tier, LeBron, he ain't nothing. Because he don't know nothing about this Most High law, statutes, and commandments. And we worship him. We run around here worshiping all that. What's the lady? Taj P. Henson, whatever her name is. We worship all these stars, everything that's on TV. And they ain't on them got nothing. No knowledge. We sitting up here listening to Obama. Ooh, yes, well, we was all ears. What? The Obama whole message was, homosexuals stand up. But we got sidetracked about what was going on because we stuck in the world. I mean, it's a lot of little things. You got to examine ourselves. Like the Bible says, examine yourself. Because there's a lot of little stuff that we just stuck in the world on. We just will not come out of. And the Most High right now is giving us that grace and that time to change ourselves. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 3:18. Did we finish that up? We did finish that, didn't we?
No, we had a paragraph there.
On 3? Yeah, go ahead and finish 3 out. Then we go there. Yes, I'm sorry, it's a lot here.
Okay. But to think soberly, according as God had dealt to every man the measure of faith.
Every man got a measure of faith. A measure. That means everybody's faith ain't the same. Sometimes it's going to take another man to help out another man because everybody, well, you should believe like I believe and you'll get out. No, it ain't going to be like that. His faith might not be as strong as yours. I noticed that a lot of times. I'll be like, man, just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'll be saying that and I'll be thinking, well, their faith might not be like that. That's something I got to correct in me. I can't be telling you, oh man, don't worry about it, man, such, 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 such. To me, it's easy. It might not be that to you. It might take another fast and a prayer. That's why you go with your brothers. So if you don't have that kind of faith, guess what? He might have it. He might have the faith that you don't have. Besides, your little faith and his little faith would amount up to a better faith than what both of y'all got if you both on little faith. But everybody got a measure of faith. Let's go on over now to 1 Corinthians 3:19.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3, verse 18. Let no man deceive himself.
And hold on, boy, because, boy, everybody be deceiving themselves. Who thought they was great in something?
Everybody.
Only one person?
No,
2, 3. Oh, y'all thought y'all was great at something. I know all you men think you the baddest in the bed. Till you got with Judy.
What you say, Benaniyah PG, man?
I said, man, that's true. That is. Hey, I could have said it well a lot worse than that. But y'all, man, we all thought we was great at something, man.
Certified, huh?
Yeah. until you came to somebody who was better than you. Some of y'all get so depressed to your problem is my problem is just the worst thing. You know, my wife left me. Man, shoot. Then you talk to the next dude, he'll tell you his dog got shot. His problem way worse than yours.
Half his skin done melted off because you done threw hot grease in.
We ain't even great at being bad, but we want to be claiming somebody. We great at something. Ah, yeah. You know, back in the day. But that was just that, back in the day. Now today you ain't nothing. And back in the day you thought you was something. Today you would prove you wasn't nothing. Go ahead.
Let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seeming to be wise in this world.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of knowledge, boy. You can't tell some Negroes, oh boy, any subject you bring up, they know about it.
It ain't the best.
See, when I used to eat cookies, you know, I used to always soften it up. Then that's the best way to do it. You can't do it, no, man. You just know about eating cookies. They know about everything. You know what I'm saying? But Bible said, man, you don't know nothing, man. If you ain't coming from this Bible, you don't know nothing. That's what we got to get at. If it ain't coming from the Bible, man, it'd be like, shoot. Even when somebody telling you something, if you even got to be thinking, what scriptures that might be? You know, what precept can I precept that with? If it ain't got that on it, man, that Negro just talked you nothing but garbage. Nothing but garbage. But there's some things they don't even know they're giving you scripture. But you know, if you study it, you know, okay, that's such and such. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's all right, advice. But you got to get in this word and know this word, though. That's the only knowledge. That's it. No, ain't all the rest of it is garbage. I'm telling y'all. Go ahead.
If any man among you seeming to be wise in this world, let him become a fool.
Let him what?
Let him become a fool.
You gotta let him become a fool. You know why the Most High say that? If you think you wise, you gotta become a fool. You gotta get back to it. I don't know nothing. Boy, you couldn't tell me I ain't know nothing about God, boy, before I got in this truth. And then some of the people right there, right now, do not want to come to this truth because they in the church. And in the church, oh, they great in the church. They dance better. They wear the biggest hats. They got more knowledge than everybody. They know all of the good things. God bless those who bless themselves. All the stuff that ain't scripture, they know it all. They'll come with all that. Praise the Lord. Because he blessed me every day. Then you're mad at God because you didn't get a stimulus check. Oh, God tripped out. I don't know what's going on, God. I supposed to got that $1,400. Jesse got his $1,400. Jesse stole from the store last week.
Now he's snitching to God.
Yeah, snitching, trying to tell them. Why you get him that? But that's our people, man. Go ahead,
Let him become a fool.
Let him become a what?
Let him become a fool.
Go back and be a fool. Ain't nothing wrong with being a fool if you lined up to go and learn the real stuff. If you thought you was wise, go ahead. Be a fool for the Most High. Ain't that what Paul said he was? I'm a fool. I'm a fool with it. What's his boy's name? Twisted Black. Not that kind of fool, though. We want to be a fool for the Most High. He said, all that wisdom you think you know, all them books you thought you read, all them degrees you got. Well, I got 4 degrees, dummy. That means you sat up there four times and learned the white man's system. Still don't know nothing.
And still don't know what their nationality.
All that. I'm talking about what the doctrines, PhDs, MBAs, and what's your nationality? Well, if you go back to the 1400s, I think, and a white man to give you a little, go take your DNA. They give you on your mother's side, now you mix with everything in the world. And you just happy. I'm 13% white. 12% this. You read the Bible. This is, what's your father? That's how we just knock it in. What's your father? Oh, he black. And that's how people say it too. But when we find out we just black, we get like sad, like, oh, we just black. I was watching a little Maury thing the other day. They did a DNA thing, and boy, that black dude, boy, he had like 9% white in him. Boy, he said, I'm 9% European. He was I'm like, man, but he's 72% black. They'll mention that though, I don't get that. But this is, I got white in me. I'm like, shoot, okay, you better hope that white don't pass that black when the sky crack. But go ahead, let's go.
That he may be wise.
That he may be what?
That he may be wise.
Read.
For the wisdom of this world.
Hold on, go back, wait a minute. It said, become a fool that he may be wise. Now, what does that mean? Anybody can tell me. Because we just talked about it.
You gotta be born again.
Yes, you gotta be born again. That means taking all that stuff you learn in the world is foolishness.
Yeah.
Now that you may be wise, you gotta become a fool in order to get wisdom.
Anybody
Anybody got the precept for that?
Psalms 19.
3 and 5.
Hold up, raise your hand out.
Psalms 19.
Brother Ocean Beach. What you got? Nah. What you say?
Go ahead, Psalms 19:7.
That's wise, but what is the precept? What you got, Shaya?
Precept.
I got a question. Can you put a precept like Hebrews chapter 5 and 12 as a precept to that?
To what?
I had 5 and 12 earlier too.
18, verse 18, 19, 1 Corinthians, because it's talking about becoming wise, like you learn.
Yeah, but you throw us off with that.
Yeah, you're going too deep.
Give me Matthew. Yeah, just simple. Give me Matthew chapter 18, verse 3. Ah, give it, damn it. Yeah, you threw me off with that one.
We'll take a look. Right, a mental note though.
Now, yeah,
We'll
we get
make a
at the end of the class because I think I looked at that earlier.
But just like Ak is going into, that's one thing I know a lot of times brothers and sisters have, and they struggle with coming into this truth because they trying to bring the things that they learned in Christianity with this. You cannot do that because Christianity does not line up with the truth of the Bible.
Nor does Islam, nor does Egyptologists, because a lot of them bring that Islam stuff and, oh boy, I don't even, man, that Quran, boy, got our people thrown off. They don't even know the Quran anyway.
That's right. Read that right quick, Ak.
The book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 3. And he said, Verily, I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven.
So you have to be converted and changed as a little child. Like you say, when you teaching little children things, you know, they accept it. I know a lot of times coming into this truth, we telling brothers certain precepts, telling sisters certain precepts. Well, what I learned in Christianity, no brother, no sister. You have to come back as a babe all over again. Because there's a lot of stuff that, guess what, we was taught lies about. Now when we come into the truth, all those lies are being broken down.
And not coming back as that smart baby. You know how everybody baby, they done did everything great. They see, he was talking that 2 months. No, he wasn't. Like my mom's hour. He started walking before he started crawling. Well, if he started walking, why would he even crawl again? Makes no sense. But they baby was always great. My baby's so smart. I said, how old are you? He lift up 2 fingers. No, he was just scratching. No, he don't know how to lift up his whole hand.
But then you see him 20 years later. Now he crackhead Bob and he killing everybody.
Dumb and all that. Didn't even get, barely, made a D just to get out of elementary. But that was that same smart baby. Everybody. No, that ain't what we want to be. We want to go back and be knowing nothing. The only thing that we can go by is our parent, which is the Most High. He the only one can guide us. Because if a baby don't got a mama, that baby ain't gonna do nothing but cry, sit there and starve to death and dehydrate and die that way. But it's just gonna go to death. So that's what he taught. Go back as a child ready to be taught. That means to let you gotta be honest with yourself. I don't know nothing. That's one thing our people cannot do. We cannot. That's what we call ourselves being honest. And that's why the Most High said, let every man be a liar. Boy, we lie to ourselves. We're not honest with ourselves. We gotta go to ourselves and say, man, I don't know nothing. I remember I got in this truth. That was the first thing I said, man, I don't know nothing. I'm looking at these dudes on the video calling out stuff. I'm like, what? I said it. That can't be the Bible. I read. I'm like, sir, that is in the Bible. That is in the Bible. And then they read something that you heard 1,000 times, and guess what? You realize, I thought that meant. Then they break it down for you. You be like, God, just tell yourself, I don't know nothing. I'm ready to learn. I'm a baby. I'm ready to learn. See, baby know, it ain't the fact that they're gonna learn. They ain't got no choice but to learn. Because whatever the mother teaching them, even a baby know. When I cry, she give me some. So sometimes your baby be crying because it learned that what you do. Same way we need to be with our Father. We need to know how to go to Him. We need to know how to get things from Him. When I pray and believe my prayer, guess what? He answered. Because that's what He said in the Bible, right? That's how we got to be with our Father. Let's go ahead.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3, verse 19. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God. For it is written, He taketh the wise in their own craftiness.
He taketh the wise in their own craftiness. He said, foolishness of this world, all this is ignorant to God. The wisdom of this world, boy, you know how you get in them conversations. Some of y'all do it with your family members because y'all don't want to bring up your Israelite. Don't want to bring that up because then they don't want you at the house so often. So sometimes you got to play dumb to jump in their little situations in order to hang out with them. So y'all having these worldly conversations and you think you're smart and they think they smart. And the Bible said all of that is ignorant. If you ain't talked about that Bible, you talking foolishness. And that's just simple plain. I know a lot of y'all, you love to have them conversations. We carnal. But that's why the Bible says y'all need to get spiritual. That's why you got to come back as a baby. You was carnal before. You're spiritual when you come back and you start learning from the Most High. Y'all get that?
Anybody know where it's written at?
Don't say the Bible.
Where at, Cheyenne?
Romans, chapter 7.
Well, we in the new, so if it say it was written, that means it got to be in the old.
Is it,
Oh,
is it
Bible-
Job 5
Job
and
5 and 13?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Say the same exact thing, Job 5 and 13.
Go ahead,
verse 20. And again, the Lord knoweth the thoughts of the wise, that they are vain.
They are nothing. Absolutely, positively nothing. And I know we all done been around the bar. Dude, I mean, we done been around them cats and went to college for the first year, come back, and you swear to God they done took every class in college. You bring up anything. Well, in my psychology class, man, how many credit hours did you take? You know, so you took about everything? And they don't know nothing. Then I'm telling you, then where your degree? 12 years later, I just got to take 2 more classes. Go ahead.
Therefore, let no man glory in men. For all
Hold
things.
on. Oh, whoa. Do that again.
Therefore, let no man glory in men.
Ain't nothing a man gonna do. Ain't nothing you gonna do that you deserve glory. I want to be glorified. Nigga, you ain't did nothing. I'm the manager. Until you get fired. Then you'll labor again. All that, we ain't nothing, man. Go ahead.
For all things are yours.
Who?
Or yours.
Who?
Or yours. Whether Paul or Apollos or Cephas, or the world, or life or death, or things present, or things to come, all are yours.
All are yours. Now I know y'all know what precept that is. Anybody? Anybody? Men.
Junior, what you got, Isaiah?
Read that again. Man, y'all bet, man, I'm gonna throw this book at somebody. Read that again.
Whether Paul or Apollos or
No, therefore.
Therefore.
Yeah, 21.
Therefore, let no man glory in men, for all things are yours.
For what?
Are yours.
For all things are yours. Now let's see one of the things that's yours. What you got, young little? Nah, that's not what it is. It might be, but that ain't what I got. That's not what I was looking for. But I doubt it. Go to the next one. What I want to see, here's another hint. Read that. 22.
Whether Paul or Apollos or Cephas or the world or life.
Hold on. Or what?
Or the world.
Or what?
Or life.
No.
Death.
Or the world. That's a hint. There you go. I know your mind.
45 and 17.
Nah.
Not that one.
Your light deal.
Hold up.
Your light ain't even on.
Deuteronomy 76.
What you got for your smiling?
What's that? Nah, let's just go there. What's that? I'm gonna go to what's the name?
See, because you making them think that they need to find world.
I know. No. Second, let's go to 2nd Ezra 6 is 55.
That's plain.
That's what I was trying to.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. He turned his light on.
God,
He just changed his bulb.
you sure right.
Go ahead and read that right quick. There's something I thought y'all was going. I just knew y'all was going. Even when I was doing the lesson, I figured they know
I
this.
should have got that one.
Y'all all should have.
That's what I thought.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 55. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sake.
Oh, the world was made for your sake, so everything in the world is yours. That's why he said world up in there. That's why I stayed on world. That's something we done used 1,000,000 times on the streets. Y'all gotta start using the minds of y'all, man. Start putting this stuff together, man. Go ahead.
Let me get another one. Flip over to 2 Ezra 7 and 10.
Book of 2 Ezra, chapter 7, verse 10. And I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion.
Read on.
Because for their sakes I made the world, and when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was decreed that now is done.
So the point that we want is that the world was made for Israel's sake. Saying the same thing what Ak is going into. Go ahead, Ak.
And I want you to read that bottom part again of what he just pulled. Because the world of, number 11.
Okay, number 11. Because for their sakes I made the world, and when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was decreed that now is done.
The reason why only reason we are in this position that we in now, the world was made for our sake. The only reason we don't got it now, because we sinned. We went against God's word. That's why he said if you come back, the world is yours. It's going to be regained. That's what the new world, when we go back into our kingdom, that is this world coming back to us, because the people who are going to be here, the people who are going to be running things, obey God's law, statutes, and commandments.
And you know what? The scriptures back it up. Jump over another chapter, 8 and 1. Because guess what? He did make the world for all of Israel. But watch what he says in this, though. Read that up.
The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 8, verse 1. And he answered me, saying, the Most High hath made this world for many.
Because he made this present world for many. Read.
But the world to come for few.
But the world to come for few, the ones that follow his law, statutes, and commandments, and endure to the end, and have a faith that the Mashiach Yahushua is the King, man. Those are the few that he made the world for.
That few that's going to be it. There's few that's going to remain and run this world. And then we'll be able to go and sit on the beach and chill and whatever, whatever they doing, because we be claiming, I've been all over the world, I've seen everything. I can promise you, you ain't been, if you black, Hispanics, and Native American, you hadn't been all over the world. You hadn't seen nothing. I don't care if you've been in the military, we have not been to the places that they be having they little fun at. And we all been to Six Flags, this sitting right there in the middle of the sea, in the city. But there's places we ain't seen yet. They ain't put them on TV, and only people going out is the people of this world that's running this world go there. And we claim we seen everything. We can't even go into the places that's made in Egypt. You can't just walk up in the tomb. They gonna stop you. You need a pass, you need all that. You can't even go dig under the ground without them knowing. Hey, hold on, wait a minute before you get to digging. You're trying to find something. So they need to know what you're doing. And then if you find something, you got to report right back to them. They want it all. No, you ain't get none of that. No information to you. You get what we tell you. So the Most High said, now I'm going to send my spirit back. Y'all can get all the answers. You can get what they doing, what you're supposed to be doing, and what's going to be coming. Go ahead.
Verse 23. And ye are Christ, and Christ is God.
It said he breaking that down. He giving an order of that. He said the world was made for you, for my sake, and you Christ. Because he used Christ to create the whole world. And Christ is the Most High. It's the same order he always had it in. Only person out of line is us. We got to get back to who we are. Let's go to we don't even need 2 Ezra 65. Let's go to Proverbs 1 and 7.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. It's the only time you ever gonna get to know anything about anything. Because once you realize, when you get in this Bible and start reading and start understanding what the Most High is and start obeying His commandments, you'll know some of the simplest stuff. Now you say Michael Jordan. I can talk about Michael Jordan, but it won't be basketball. It'll be how he is as a man in this world and what he's doing. I can talk about anybody now, not according to what they position or whatever they plan or how rich they are, but according to the spirit that I find in them in this Bible. So therefore, the Most High showing me, not only you see Mike on I'm just using Mike as an example, it's not nothing, but we see Mike on TV. But see, I can open up this Bible and go inside Mike's house. I can go inside Mike's mind. You see what I'm saying? Because his spirit is in him. Everybody's is in here.
And like we say, we see things for what it really is. Michael Jordan may be a billionaire, but like we say, he's spiritually poor.
Yes.
Because he don't know who he is. He don't know how we in this condition. He think that the so-called white man is his friend because he gets many endorsements from them, that they got his best interests at heart. He don't know who he is. Because like we say, he's not keeping, don't have the spirit of the Bible, meaning not keeping the commandments.
All praise.
Go ahead,
There you go. Let's go to Hosea 4:1.
I know a lot of times we look to them as role models and so forth, but our real role models are in the Bible. Ezekiel, Jeremiah, for the sisters, Esther, Sister Mary. These are real role models that brothers and sisters should be pending their lives after. Sister Judy, Sister Dorcas, Go ahead, up.
4:1, 1 through 2.
The book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel.
Who?
Ye children of Israel.
Ye children of Israel. See, this all is for. Go ahead.
For the Lord had a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
He got a problem with the people in this land.
Because
Why?
there is no truth.
Because what?
There is no truth.
So a lot of times, man, if you ain't getting it from this Bible, a lot of times, I know we like to look at videos, man, but even if you watching videos, you need to be following along in this Bible. Someone watch videos, man, be up there telling you anything. Oh, let's say this. Then you go back and be like, man, what Bible was he using? So you got to be also always looking at this Bible. I don't care what you're looking at. I don't care if you're looking at our video now. You need to look up these scriptures as we going along. Because I could just say anything. I might misquote something. Go ahead.
Because there is no truth, nor mercy.
No what?
Nor mercy.
And that's why they don't have mercy on us. And we always looking for somebody to feel sorry for us. Ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for you, man. Ain't no mercy. You in the land of your enemies. We gotta burn down the city for they to fire one person. One person to get fired, you gotta burn down the city.
And that's not even saying a conviction. That's just
none of that. Yeah. But you get to work 2 to 3 times late. You fired. They ain't got no problem firing you. Talking about let's go march. For what? Just so he can lose his job? That's it? And then what's so bad about his pension is pay way more than you got right now in your pocket.
Not only that, but Esau, they gonna take care of their people.
Oh, that's what the world take care of their own.
They will. Y'all see them. They may lose their job, but you see on there for a GoFundMe page at $1 million in less than 12 hours. So that shows you know, even with the country singer that used the N-word, hey boy, they kept buying his album.
Yeah.
They didn't care. That's why everybody they love Donald Trump, because Donald Trump wasn't afraid to tell people how he really felt. And I love that Edomite. I wish he would have stayed up in there because
that
ain't the one you got to worry about. It's the ones that don't tell you how they really feel.
Because that's all they doing now is rocking us back to sleep. After we were getting woke up, they were like, Because when we was on them corners telling them that like this, well, it was showing right there in the White House. Now, you got the most demonic person sitting in the White House, but it looks so peaceful now. That's what they're trying to make it look like. Oh, they wake. No, okay, can't do that. We got to change something up. They fought to get Donald Trump out of there because Donald Trump is showing who we really are. And that's one of the reasons we got to do something about this. And the Most High got his plan, and he the one pick him anyway. He pick him anyway. Use Donald Trump to wake us up back again. They ain't finna use the devil, and I can promise you that he finna be exposed too. They ain't finna hide nothing. It's over with the hiding of anything. It's only gonna be hidden to those that are not walking in these law, statutes, and commandments. But to us, we should be able to see it. Go ahead.
Nor knowledge of God in the land, by swearing and lying, in killing and stealing, in committing adultery. Thou break out, and blood toucheth blood.
And blood toucheth blood. This is all this. Look, man. That's all that this place is giving you. They giving you knowledge how to kill. Video games, boy. I ain't never seen so many video games. Boy, I played that one thing, the little sniper thing. It just blow a man's head wide open. Boom. This is what your children play. That's why they don't mind every now and then. I just go and shoot everybody. They do it on the game. So then that's what they teaching these children.
That's what the Edomite say. Well, it looks fairly easy.
Yes, and that's what they teaching these children. Because then we were like, well, we didn't do that back then. Yeah, but they doing it now because it's being taught. And they being taught because ain't no truth in this land. As long as they don't bring up this Bible, guess what? Everything that's being taught, I don't give a dang how nice it sounds and whoever the messenger is, it's only to bring you to nothing but against the Most High God. He says swearing. That's all they doing is lying. So now, you lying. So lying is all right. Then they call it, well, I just told a little white lie. Shoot, well, mine was light blue. You know what I'm saying? I just told a little light blue lie. You can't look, they lies. No matter what color you claim to be, it's still a lie. And the next one says what? And killing. Such murderous times, boy. For our people. Chicago just 100% out of control. They just down there shooting like they own a video game. And they gotta win. And that's the same little tactics going on there. It's the same thing you see when, what's that game that everybody play? Little man running around and shooting each other, another dude stabbing with the knife. No, not Grand Theft Auto.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. There you go. Cats don't even want to go to work. Because they still on Call of Duty. Or when they get home, calling people on the phone. I done seen grown men, 40, 50, playing Call of Duty. I'm listening. They got conversation going on. I cleared out the sudden said, Negro, get back into this world, man.
The headphone cussing the children.
All that, cussing them out, all that. You such and such, you didn't do this. What? This is my arm. I'm like, dude, y'all play like that? That ain't nothing I ever got. I mean, got the headphones on and just... They talking like they really did. Well, I cleared out everybody over here. What you got over there? Negro, go clean the kitchen. Man, that's what our people go through. And that's why y'all be seeing these random killings, man. It's taught. They know they teaching it. They trying to depopulate the world. They need everybody on board. If you don't play a game, guess what? They got a killing game right next door in this gambling thing right here. They got games right there that you just playing the slots, but you learning how to kill and do it right on the screen because they got all kind of games.
Yeah, that's true. Because all of that is going into envy and the oppressor.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, Esau is that's his blessing, the sword.
Yes.
He is a natural born killer. No matter how friendly he sounds like he is, and he can shake your Esau, he's a natural born killer.
Yeah.
That's definitely true, man. That man is a natural. That's his blessing, the sword.
That's what he does. That's why he like, run, nigga, run. Please run.
I hope he runs.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him get 400 feet, and I'm gonna tear him up.
Let me get a precept right
Go
here.
ahead,
Like we say, that's why America has to go. It's just no other way. Because a lot of times, like we say, the more and more our people dwell in Babylon, the land of confusion, our people are getting worse and worse and waxing worse and worse. The book of Nahum, chapter 3, verse 1.
Oh, yeah, that's good. I'm glad you brought that up too, because we're gonna hit that up too. I'm glad you brought that up.
When you get there, read that out.
The book of Nahum, chapter 3, verse 1. Woe to the bloody city.
This place is a bloody city. You just seen the Edomite went up in there in FedEx and killed all them people. They ain't saying nothing about that though. Esau is a mass murderer on the planet, but they steady talking down on police shootings, shooting us down in the street. No hands, no justice, no peace. Read on up.
It is all full of lies.
It is all full of what?
It is all full of
The
lies.
lies that they put up to make us seem like we're the more dangerous person. When only one Edomite go in there and kill about 10 people. And we've been seeing these things happen periodically, week after week. They done killed over 50 people right now just with 3 Edomites. Read on up.
In robbery.
And what?
In robbery.
And they done stole everything. Read on up.
The prey departed not.
But the thing is, we are the prey and we are not departing out of the ways and philosophies of America. We're not departing out of their wisdom, or so-called wisdom, which is foolishness. Jump down to verse 4.
In fact, we do like Jerubbaal was saying. We go and envy the oppressor. Ooh, he kill it. Let's go kill something. Go ahead.
Verse 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredom.
And they have a multitude of whoredoms, meaning all different types of levels of wickedness. Read on up.
Of the well-favored harlot.
And it's a well-favored harlot because nations try to pin themselves after America. They want their money, they want their military might. Read on up.
The mistress of witchcraft.
And they're a mistress of witchcraft. When you can say that Sibo is Christ without any proof, that's witchcraft. That's sorcery that they're bugging our people out with. Read on up.
That selleth nations through her whoredom.
That do what up?
That selleth nations through her whoredom.
And not only did they sell us physically on slave ships in 1619, but guess what? They doing it spiritually. Go and be in Christianity. Go and be in Islam. Read on up.
In families through her rich witchcraft.
And families through their witchcraft. But this is the point. Read on up.
Behold, I am against thee.
No matter how strong America may seem, the Bible says that the Most High God is against them, man. Read on up.
Said the Lord of hosts.
Said the who?
Said the Lord of hosts.
Read on up.
And I will discover thy skirt upon thy face.
So the Bible is bringing out this real nature of Esau, bringing out who they really are according to the Bible, showing and giving details on how they genocide the Native Americans, the tribe of Issachar, the tribe of Gad. Read on up.
And I will shew the nations thy nakedness.
And we showing the other nations their sins. That's what nakedness is. We showing all the abominations that they done did, all the abomination laws that they're passing. Homosexuality is rampant. Pedophilia is rampant. Missing children is rampant. Read on up.
And the kingdom thy shame.
And that's what we doing with the Bible. We gonna keep bringing it out until the Most High God bring your house shot back. Go ahead,
all praise, man. That's a good one right there. And we're gonna get into that because it's another precept that goes right with that, and we're gonna hit that up later on. Let's go back to Hosea.
We'll get down to 12.
Yeah, that's how you know. Oh yeah. There you go.
The book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 12. My people ask counsel at their stops, and their staff declared unto them. For the spirit of whoredom hath caused them to err.
But what?
But the spirit of whoredom have caused them to err.
Well, see how the Spirit work? He just pulled that out. And that next thing right there goes right with that, man. It said the spirit of whoredom had caused them to err. Go ahead.
And they have gone a horn from under their God.
And they gone a horn from under their God. Meaning they went and started doing everything but what God say do. Our people do it right to this day and will not come out of it. Some of them be still right here in these schools. But they just will not. I gotta turn back and look. Just one more look. Just one more look. Some of y'all friends that's in this truth, if you really look at them, they ain't nothing but a pillar of salt. Because that's all they do, keep looking back. Well, I was just looking back because Janice and them say they were going to come to class and they didn't. Well, Janice and them ain't coming. You get to class. You do what you got to do for you. Work out your own self-salvation. And let's go to Romans. Did you finish that out?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Let's go to Romans chapter 1 and verse 25. Y'all was like, why didn't you start off with that?
The book of Romans.
You can go ahead. Okay.
The book of Romans, chapter 1, verse 25. Who changed the truth of God into a lie?
Who did what?
Who changed the truth of God into a lie?
Man, everybody in this whole world, that's all they do. Boy, you better not say nothing about no homosexuals. See, we might just got kicked off of YouTube just now. They ain't saying nothing but the word homosexual. You say anything about, boy, you can't even say nothing about pedophilias now. Because they running everything. You bet not. Who changed the truth of God into a lie? Two men can get married. For what? That's just a lot of bad, stinking spit going back and forth. Man spit on man spit. See how that did? See, a real man, that's how it make you do. Like, oh, God dang. The thought of it to make you what's name. But not in America. Not in America. That's good to them. That's all right. But a real man to say, man, I can't see it. A real woman to say, man, I can't see it. It'd be like them white women. Well, you know, we had
in college,
experience in college, and yeah, you nasty. You still experimenting. Go ahead.
Who changed the truth of God into a lie?
Mm-hmm.
And worship and serve the creature more than the Creator.
Who's doing that? Who changed the truth of God into a lie? And now, the only thing that ever been getting us out of trouble, we the most prayingest people in the world, but boy, when it comes to the Most High God, we just do not believe that. All because white men say, look, I'm gonna give y'all a stimulus check. And boy, y'all just, we just love it. We just can't, whatever you gotta go. What else we get? They gonna control our people just with that damn stimulus check. They gonna do this every 5 years. Y'all be getting another one. Make sure y'all file your taxes now, and they give you 1 or 12 years. When something else go bad, we'll calm you back down, give you $1,200. I don't even know what, man, ain't nothing, $1,400, I take one bill, it's done.
That's it, man. That's it.
Now I need another one. Governor messed with the wrong people though, because black people, we want it every week now. I ain't say, man. So you gave it to me last month, I need another one. Shoot. I've been there, boy, that's why the government had to turn around and give y'all 2. Negroes call in, you ain't gonna put out another one. That's it, man.
Hold up. I'm gonna see what brothers is thinking. What precept is that, man?
Ecclesiastes 7:29.
What? What precept is it? Oh, praise.
There you go.
Brothers got to be sharp with them precepts. Like we say, when brothers is saying certain things, Precepts should be running through brothers' head, man.
And better yet, get that, because I'm gonna show you something in that too.
Man,
Get that.
and it's another thing. Here's another precept that's gonna go with that too.
Yeah. Like I said, y'all knock yourselves out. Go ahead, read that.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Hold on, do what?
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
See, we in an oppressed state. When they say they were giving y'all $1,400 God knows stimulus check, y'all should be mad.
Right.
What?
Right.
That's it.
$1,400? Nigga, you stole me from over there. Put me on. Now, I didn't even get first class on the ship. You know what I'm saying? We didn't even get to see the sun. Put me on a ship, water dripping on my people, feces, menstrual cycles on my people. Brought us over here in chain, build a whole country, and for free. We ain't charge him nothing. Free. And $1,400, I'm happy. I'm all right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go buy me a PlayStation and a TV. Cause that's what you can get now for $1,400. You go to Walmart right now, you get your nice little PlayStation and TV. $399, $399. You got them both. I'm done. I'm done with slavery. Like Steve Harvey say, I don't do slavery. They let him get a goddamn show. What is that? Family Feud. Now he forgot slavery. He forgot about his people. For Family Feud. So he can look like the white man that was on the Family Feud. Because the show wasn't created for him to be there. But he think he privileged. First black man on the Family Feud. That host the Family Feud anyway. And here he happy. I'm on the radio. So, that's not what we about. We about keeping, only way we was getting out of the mess that we was getting into, where we always got into, was keeping God's law, statutes, and commandments. If you notice, no matter what through the world, everything we gone through is because we was not keeping God's law, statutes, and commandments. That's why they hate Israelites today. They hated us from the beginning, but they really hate us because we woke up and now we going back to God's law, statutes, and commandments. That changed the whole picture that they thought they had. Because see, y'all thinking about next week. The white men have already thought about what's going to be going on in 100 years from now. They already know what clothes you're going to be wearing next year. They the one design that. We're going to put them niggas in skinny jeans next year.
And some big fat shoes.
Yeah. And there they go.
They do.
And they run around. And if you'd have seen that before, you'd have been like, man, them niggas ain't going to wear that. They doing it. They doing it. That ain't nothing we came up with. They doing it for us.
It's like you say, everything that they do is a calculation. They design every detail. They give you a stimulus check, everything go on sale. So guess what? They know that we are the #1 consumers of the world.
Yes.
Because we want. Because this world is made for us. That's why the little portion that we get, we want so much more.
Mm-hmm.
Why we want? We're trying to catch up.
That's right.
That's it.
We're trying to catch up with the oppressor.
See, but this is the thing. Just like a Lamentation 4:17 is what? We looking for this nation that cannot save
They
us.
can't save us. Can't do nothing for us, man. I ain't got nothing for you, man. Where we at?
I know I was gonna get another precept on
Yeah,
that.
go
That
ahead.
was Lamentation 4. I just quoted.
Let me get another one. Give
Go
me
ahead.
Psalms chapter 62, verse 10. Brothers, y'all write these precepts down, man. Write these things down, man. So, like we say, we want to stitch it in brothers' head. When brothers is pulling Ecclesiastes 7 and 7, brothers should be doing what? Pulling Psalm 62 and 10.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that thing rolling like a well-oiled machine, man. Thinking as a unit, man. Really trying to do the work and put this word out there, man. When you get there, I'll read that.
Okay. The book of Psalms, chapter 62, verse 10. Trust not in oppression.
Read that again, huh?
Trust not in
The
oppression.
Bible is telling us don't trust in oppression. You know, that's what a lot of our people do. We love to trust in oppression. We used to getting the bottom pickings. So we think when we get something, guess what? We think it's the world to us. Read on up.
It become not vain in robbery.
Read on up.
If riches increase,
If riches increase, meaning you getting numbers of stimulus checks. Read on up.
set not your heart upon them.
The Bible said don't set your heart upon them. Because guess what? That's made to water you down, to desensitize you to real oppression. Us getting shot down by the police. Now you start to think, well, America ain't that bad. Well, maybe if he shouldn't have ran, well, maybe if the brother would have just held his hands up. These things start to sow doubt in your mind when you start to set your heart upon these riches and so forth. Go ahead, Al.
Give me another precept, Matthew 6 and 20. Start at 19.
The book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 19. Lay not up for yourself treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt,
Read on.
and where thieves break through and steal.
Read on.
But lay up for yourself treasures in heaven.
These are the treasures we ought to be trying to get. You know what I'm saying? How we gonna get to the kingdom? Things that gonna get us and elevate us and push us toward the mark. Read on.
Where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through
But this is
nor
the point.
steal.
This is the point. Read verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
Say we need another stimmy. We need it now.
Mm-hmm.
So my stimmy and I want it now.
Hey, hold on. Let me get this right though. For look, nothing wrong with getting a check,
Right.
but don't be sitting up there agreeing with everything they say because you got that check. Don't be. I'm gonna vote now because the Democrats giving checks out. All that, no. Forget they system. Take the check. Cause I can give me $1,400. I'm gonna be like, man, you know you owe me 517 trillion, 619 billion, 400. You still owe me that much, man.
And give me the blood too.
Yes.
The blood.
Me and all the grapes. I want all that. Give me the soil. I want all that. Give me all my stuff.
Cause these stimulus checks, they perfect for a Negro. Negro ain't
Yeah.
gotta go work. What? I'm just gonna sit at the house and collect it? Yeah, but that's land of treasure. That's the wrong thing. Cause the Most High say what? Send him to work.
To work. Get
Too
another
much
precept.
idleness, man.
Sirach chapter 10 and verse 9. You brothers and sisters should know this. These things just line up. This Maccabee precept, I remember when we was going over, we started digging in the pocket. Maccabee showed me this precept. I said, what the? Then never knew it was in the Bible until, guess what? It was in there. Until we read it. Read it out.
The book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
Wise earth and ashes proud.
Because a lot of us do go proud when we get this stimmy. We get a little money.
Oh boy, be proud.
We'll be proud than he mug, man. Read.
There is not more wicked thing than a covetous man.
Because the more like when you get things, guess what? You want more and more and more. Sometimes, guess what? You do so much to the point to get more and more. You'll do stuff what the next part said that people do. Read.
For such an one setteth his own soul to sell.
And some people even want so bad that they'll sell their own souls, man. Read.
Because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels.
He don't even care if he gave his butt away.
Don't care, and that's what they doing in the music industry, in the television industry. Denzel Washington, everybody, ooh, Denzel. Yeah, Denzel done sold himself for his bowels.
Yeah. Hey, the Bible say, hey, scriptures say what they
Oh,
say.
yeah, I know, you can call it what you want. Scriptures ain't finna be PG for you.
Yeah.
It's gonna tell you what it is. That's what they doing.
Yeah.
I know y'all don't want to. I know, ooh, Denzel. Yeah. They in the back room back there.
They ain't what he want no more.
Yeah.
Shaq, big old Shaq. Yeah, all them niggas stuff.
And even all these women that y'all got, all these women that y'all think that they great. Everybody, I'm gonna be like, okay, you be like her. But you didn't know they were horning her out back there. She done been with every one of them 99-year-old white men back there. That one that just died looked like a demon. That white man over there in England, man. Yeah. He done been with that P. Henson lady too.
Yep, he know how her sweat tastes.
He done been with old girl, old boy's wife at for Miami Heat. Y'all don't understand. This is what's going on. Those are sacrifices. That's what they doing to worship their God. And you want to play that game, you got to go do the worshiping and the ceremonies that they God do. Or you can do the right thing and come back to God's law, statutes, commandments, and just obey 613. But
Man, you mean we gotta do the whole 613? Like, dang, that ain't really bad.
That same way, that's like people do that, man. They be doing that because I was in college and they got all the fraternities, right? First thing you do is learn they bylaws. They got a book. You gotta learn all their little stuff, their history and all that stuff. And then they got rules. We can obey those. People go to the military. They got a lot of rules. We can obey those. People go to the penitentiary. They give you a rule book. Negroes obey those. God said, I just want you to do 613. Oh, God, wait, 613. Oh, my goodness. That's the simple stuff. Love your brother. I don't know, man. I don't like that nigga, man. He walk funny. But that little stuff we can't do. But boy, when it comes to this world, boy, whatever they doing, we with it.
Like I said, we ain't even got to do the whole 613 because all of them don't pertain to it.
Exactly. Yeah, some up. Okay. Go ahead. Where we at? Did you finish what he had?
125.
Yeah. I think we finished it. Go ahead back to one was 125. Make sure we cover it. Now we don't go ahead and read it again and we'll go.
What's the next? Okay.
No, just
The book of Romans, chapter 1, verse 25. Who changed the truth of God into a lie, and worship and serve the Creator more than the Creator, the creature more than the Creator.
He said, and see, a lot of times we don't even be thinking we worshiping the creature. When you doing his ways, you worshiping the devil no matter how, you worshiping the creature. You worshiping the white man. That's period. So-called white man. You are worshiping, I don't care how y'all want to spin it, how you think you're not doing it. When y'all doing worldly stuff, that's what you worshiping. Period. Ain't no ifs and buts about it. You either gonna worship the Most High or you worshiping everything opposite the Most High. Go ahead.
Who is blessed forever.
Who is what?
Who is blessed forever.
And that's talking about the Creator. He blessed forever. So why even worship that other thing? Let's go to Romans chapter 13. I mean, not Revelation. Revelation. Chapter 13 and 1.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns.
And y'all should know what we're talking about here. Who knows? Who don't know? What's it talking about?
The 7 heads going to the 7 major captivity.
Yes, okay, yes. But it's talking about this worldly system.
No.
Huh?
No.
What's
I
that?
thought 7 major captivities said.
Greek, Roman,
The
Greek,
and the
Rome,
ten-
Hold on, the 7 Edomite empires.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the 10
10
horns.
common markers.
Go ahead, Joe.
Greek, Greece, Rome, Spain, France, Germany, Russia, Great Britain.
Just letting you know where this beast is and who this beast is. I don't get how we can read. That's funny to me how we can read this Bible and we can see it very clear. But I do get it because they don't keep no law.
That's right. Let's get the precepts so we can get the understanding. Give me Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse, to show the Most High God is giving a comparison or a similitude or a parable. He's comparing a beast. So this is not literal. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 18. let's see what this beast really is. When you get there, read that out.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 18. I said in my heart concerning the estate of the sons of men, that God might manifest them, and that they might see that they themselves are beasts.
So the sons of men, meaning regular men, the Most High God compares them to beasts. Because guess what? They not keeping God's laws. They not trying to keep God's laws. God's laws are not ever in their thoughts. So the major beast that it's talking about in Revelation chapter 13 is Esau. Go ahead.
And that's funny you said that, because that's what he was talking about when he said they are not worshiping God, so therefore what? They beasts too, because they learned from the beast.
That's right.
They applying everything the beast gave them. They worship the creature more than the creator. I'm glad you brought that out. I appreciate that. Now let's go back. Revelation 13:1.
And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10
Hold on,
horns.
wait a minute. Who don't know those first 7 heads? Who don't know? Who don't know?
Brother B.
All right, now go ahead and bring them to you. Now write this down as he gives it to you, because these are in order also. Should be.
Greece,
Go ahead.
Greece, Rome, Spain, France, Germany, Russia, and Great Britain.
One more time.
Greece, Rome, Spain, France, Germany, Russia, Great Britain.
And these right now are 7 empires of Edomite empire. When you go in and look at everything that's going on in the world, the foundations of the world, the running everything, it'll be these 7. Now go to the other one. I mean, finish what you was on.
7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy.
And see, 10 crowns, that's 10 common markers of this world. In this world, not the United States. But the 10 common markers.
10 common market, which being the what? EU. Who got, y'all know the EU?
I get that.
Brothers don't know the EU, we got to get them that too, so they can get to understand y'all sisters have it too.
Oh,
Go ahead, slowly.
okay. The first one is Greece. For the second one, I got Luxembourg. After that, I have the Netherlands. After that, I have Ireland. Then Belgium.
Yep.
France.
Uh-huh.
Italy.
Uh-huh.
Denmark.
Mm-hmm.
The UK.
Yep.
And Portugal.
Yep, and Portugal.
And that's even when you go to the UN. Those are the first 10 common markers. That's who run when they go to UN. That's who's sitting at the front. You get those?
And whoever don't got it, guess what? After class, we'll go back over there again.
Yeah.
So y'all brothers and sisters can have it.
I'm gonna type them in
And give me the class back.
Because I know you was in the church a while, huh? You was in the church, right? Yeah. Yeah, and see, that's the thing about it, because we had the thing about it, when you read Revelation, you never knew what this stuff was all about. That's why I'm glad you came now. Now you're going to know what it's talking about. See, people try to make this, oh, that's a fairy tale. No. This is what's going on now. Everything in this Bible is happening. It ain't none of it fairy tale. It ain't no, this is stuff that's really going on to this day. But you just got to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments so you can see the picture. When somebody's trying to explain to you, you can see what they're talking about. Because that's the only difference is one keeping the laws, one not. One can see, one can't. Go ahead.
Verse 2. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard. In his feet were as the feet of a bear. In his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority.
And great authority. And he's talking about right now, this is also referring to what Daniel had. Let's go to Malachi 1 and 4 right quick, and we'll come back. See, because sometimes in order to get some of this stuff, man, you gotta start looking up history. I know a lot of us hated history class, not the history class that the white man done gave. Some of you got to go do stuff outside of school, man. Y'all can learn without the white man telling you what to learn. I hope y'all know that.
Man, I'm glad you said that. Lord, have mercy. I was watching, oh my goodness. I was watching this show on Discovery Channel, one of the Discoveries.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was finna be good. He was going into the Knights Templar.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, they make it sound good. And the first thing he brought up was the Mary and baby Jesus, right? And he said, hold up. We got something on that. We don't think that's Mary or Jesus at all. We think that's Mary Magdalene and Jesus' baby. And the whole Knights Templar thing was to protect that secret. I watched 5 minutes of this show, man, and cut this thing off. If you watch them, they finna take you so far in left field, and they gonna make it sound so good to where if you don't know no better, if you would have watched this show, you would have thought Jesus had a baby. And the Knights Templar was protecting the secret, but with knowing the truth, what does the Knights Templar have to do with Christ? First and foremost, they'll be protecting the secret on Yahushua. But they so good at it, at lying, that this dude, man, he a conspiracy theorist. He made it sound good. He put up artifacts, and he would have had you thinking that Christ had a baby that was a secret. You can't trust him, man.
Even with the movie.
Yeah, the Da Vinci Code.
Yeah.
Because they want to include themselves in it so much. But you know one thing he didn't use? The Bible. He used it all Knights Templar stuff.
All that other stuff.
But he used not one scripture out the Bible talking about Christ. But if you listen to them, they're going to lie to you. That's why we got to go with the truth.
Me and my wife been watching a documentary on, what is that, Egypt? And boy, it'd be so funny on that, boy. When it comes to it, you got all of the Egyptian soldiers, all of them black, boy. But the Pharaoh, he white. And this is the first, this is when Egypt was first came out. This is when white man ain't even been introduced to the world yet. But boy, I was like, boy, that's funny, boy. Then they go over here and all these people black, that all of them soldiers that said they under, all the slaves, they black now.
Yeah.
But all the pharaohs and the kings were all them white. I said, boy, these people
Can I
here.
get a precept out?
Go ahead.
Let me get John 8 and 44.
Pretty good one.
This is why I is telling you to do your own. The research is there. The history is there. You just don't need them telling you it. Because like even in the schools, they telling our children that we was indentured servants and not slaves. That's a lie. So how can we trust them to tell us anything? Everything that happened over here, the Indians was wrong. They're never going to say that the white man was the one who came and assaulted the Indians and committed genocide. They go, oh, those Indians, they were scalping the settlers.
And they were the ones
the settlers and conquerors.
And they had to teach the Indians how to cultivate the land. And guess what? And the Indian gave them some land, and they just gave the Indians some corn.
And some beads.
Come
God,
on, man.
they gave them gold. And they gave them beads. Come on, man. Read that scripture out.
The book of John, chapter 8, verse 44.
Uh-huh.
Ye are of your father, the devil.
So this is how we prove, one way we prove that Esau is the damn devil that the Bible speaks of. Because the Lord is telling, ye are of your father, the devil. Read on.
In the lust of your father, ye will do.
Anything that Esau want to do, he gonna do it. He gonna do his lust, and he been doing it for thousands of years. Read on.
He was a murderer from the beginning.
He was a what?
He was a murderer from the beginning.
They got that Cain spirit in them, man. They've been murderers from the beginning. Esau wanted to murder his brother. They've been murdering us. They've been murderers from the beginning. Whereas everybody else would be like, man, I don't really want to fight you, man. Let's have peace. Esau say, all right, we're going to have peace. But what's in his heart? War is in his heart. Because he's a murderer from the beginning. So when I said that these are killers, they are killers, man. I don't give a damn if they look like Barney Fife. They will kill you, man. That's Barney Fife with his one bullet. And he told him to take the bullet out. He gonna keep that one bullet in there.
What you say, y'all? You've been saying this for a long time, man, and I can see they are straight psychopaths.
They are.
They really are
narcissists.
psychopaths.
They
I'm standing on
narcissists.
that. For all the stuff that I done learned about these people, I'm standing on that. These are psychopaths we dealing with. Read on out.
In abode, not in the truth.
And what?
In abode, not in the
They
truth.
cannot do it. A Edomite will lie to you for no damn reason, man. They can't help it. Especially you catch them in the bind. Or they just gonna start lying.
Even when they tell the truth, they lie.
Even when they tell it, the babies lie. I'm gonna tell you. You know how they lie. Who love acting? Edomites love acting, right? They started Hollywood. That's lying. Acting is lying. And they proficient in it. They'll smile in your face. The whole time they want to take your place.
Backstab.
Go back to their neighborhood and say, this nigger, Joe, let me tell you about this nigger. This nigger this and this nigger that. And then, hey buddy, want me to buy you a cup of coffee? That's what they do.
Yeah.
See, we wear our heart on our sleeve. We gonna tell you exactly how we feel about you. We got to learn to be like the white man at work. To hold our tongue. Because they gonna hold it, they gonna talk behind your back. Read on out.
Because there is no truth in him.
Man, we ain't making this stuff up. We
It
know it
ain't
ain't no
none
truth
in
in
them.
it.
It ain't none in them. I don't care what they march right out there with these Negro. Black Lives Matter.
No truth in it.
But they just sit behind mine, though. That's what they said.
Look.
They matter just back here. Man, these people is tricking. All they want to do is make the history books. Because they seen that, they looked at when the Martin Luther King thing was going on. Ooh, white people right there. They part of history. Then you hear, well, it was white people that did this for them. It was white. They want to be that. Okay, so when this come out in history, I was out there marching with the Black Lives Matter.
Yep, just to have a story.
Yeah, the Black Lives Matter, that was number a bunch of homosexuals.
That's for real.
That's what the movement is about. A feminist movement.
This how raw Esau is. They have a black spouse and still be racist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? And say, but my best friend black, and then call you a nigger. Well, my wife, she's black. Can't stand them niggers.
Mm-hmm.
They got little half breeds. They black. They still say a nigger.
Then they'll calm them back down. Oh, not that kind of nigga. You a different kind of nigga. You know, you the Magic Johnson type of nigga. You know what I'm saying?
You the Little Nas X type of nigga.
Yeah. You're not the Kunta type nigga.
We cool with you. Finish that out.
You finish on that out?
Finish that out.
When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own. For he is a liar, and the father of it.
And the father of it.
And let me say one more thing. This how raw Esau is. I don't know if anybody seen any part of this trial going on, but I heard the judge say, George Floyd, he said, well, the district attorney and the state got more lawyers than him, than the police. And I don't think it's fair. The DA say, well, he got the whole police union on his side and expendable money. It is not our fault. He only got one lawyer. He can have more lawyers if they pay for it. Well, we ain't talking about that. You the one brought it up.
You ain't learned.
Then he told the district attorney, we ain't talking about that. Like it's unfair for this cop who murdered a black man. He got a whole union on his side and they ain't pay for more attorneys and that's somebody else's fault. That's how raw Esau is. They letting you know, just be prepared. Don't be shocked.
Right.
We damn sure shouldn't be shocked if this dude get off. Because they letting you, if the judge already like this, he got the district attorney like, God dang. Okay, it's like that. But we dealing with a beast of the field, man.
Or if they do convict him, that he'll just get the lesser charge.
Right.
That's the reason why he didn't go up on the stand. Because they don't want him to speak. Because guess what? They don't want him to crucify himself. Right. He get himself up there, man. He finna get his lunch ate, man. Because he knew he was wrong. The world seen he was wrong. That's why everybody like, he don't want to get up there to show no remorse. No, they know what the hell they doing. He better not get on that stand because he's finna get crucified if he do.
On the flip side, they let the black man Kryptonite get on the stand after she shot a black dude in his own house. And what happened? You killed my brother, but I forgive you. Man, this is ludicrous.
Ice picked her down.
Let's go back to Revelation before I go to Malachi, since we ain't got there. Go to Revelations 13 and 3.
13 and 3.
Yes.
Book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 3. And I saw one of his heads as it was wounded to death. And his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast.
Okay, anybody know what that's talking about? What is that? Huh? No. Anybody? What's up, Junior? No. When was the fall of Rome? No. You talking about yesterday? No, we're talking about ancient time.
That's supposed to be the time of the Dark Ages?
Nah, 196 AD. I mean, BC was AD. 196. This is the time. What it's talking about. When they was on the rise, they was wounded. That's why you had the Dark Ages. Because a lot of times, you know, Esau wasn't. Now you had all these other nations coming and running the world at this time. Esau wasn't thought about till. That's why when you go and ask them about their history, why do you think they only go back to 1400? That's all they go back to, because before they weren't doing nothing. The Scandinavians, which were the Norsemen, which were the pagan gods, where you got Dagon and all those what's his name, Odin, and all that stuff come out. This is when they was coming back. This is when they started raiding different places up in Europe, and that was Japhet that they were raiding. Because if you go back to old ancient Europe, they'll show you these were black people, but they were from the tribe of Japhet, the Isles of the Gentiles.
The original Greeks.
The original, they were there. All of them. So that's why they were. The thing about it is, when they were going west, they were coming down. The first places they were coming to was Europe. So when they done took all over Europe, they took on the people of Europe. So they give you their history at that time. Like the Celtics. Those are black people, all of them original. When you go through their history and look at those books, you be like, man, these ain't nothing but black. They don't tell you that, though.
Rome was wounded by the head by a man named Septimius Severus. Like I was going into in 193.
And that was a rise of the barbarians at that time.
Tell me that black man.
Yeah.
Lucius Septimius Severus.
Let's go to Malachi 1 and 4. That's what I say. A lot of times you go and look up the history. If you go look up the real history, it'll line right up with the Bible. And 9 times out of 10, there'll be some history they didn't tell you. And you be like, why didn't they tell us that? There's a lot of reasons why they didn't tell you all that. Because they need this. They need you to be dumb.
I'm going to tell them, remember, that the fake Jews, the fake Jews ain't the only one that put ISH on the end of their stuff. You got the British, you got the Irish,
Scottish.
Yeah. And then they tried to switch up after that. But the Germans, the French, all them, the Italians, all them was originally black, man. That's why the Italians always calling us moolies and all that different stuff, because they still mad. They are still upset because we ruled over them.
Yeah.
And they'll tell one of them, yeah, your grandmother probably slept with a moolie. Because they know when they got that dark tint on them. If you see some real Italian, some of them got a darker tint to them.
Yeah.
Or some real Sicilians.
Because the Moors at that time, remember the Moors had went in and invaded invaded Italy when they went into Europe, and that's why when you talk to Italians, they'll get mad and say, "Y'all had us in slavery first." No, we didn't, but some of our brothers did, because they was Moors along with they were just blacks with Islam. They was a mixture of quite a few different groups that went in and thought they were civilized. They was uppity. You know what I'm saying? They were like that, but they were blacks. They was us. They was coming in thinking that we make society like we want it. That's our people too. Y'all gotta understand, our people ain't no good neither. Well, we know that just by looking in America. But let's go. What you have? Read that. Yeah, go ahead. Because he brought up go ahead.
Lucius Septimius Severus was a black man, so-called black man. Was a Roman emperor from 193 to 211. He seized power after the death of Emperor Pertinax in 193 during the year of the 5 emperors. After disposing and killing the incumbent emperor, Didius Julianus, Severus fought his rival claimants, the Roman generals. I can't believe. Oh my goodness! I'm glad we brought this up. Look what one of the Roman generals' last name was. Can you see that?
I can't see
Nigger. I ain't making this up. I can't pronounce the first one. Pesinius Nigger. Claudius Albinus. So one of them was Niger was his last name, and we know where that come from because he's black.
Straight black.
And because what that said in Italy, in Latin, the word Niger is what? Black. Niger was defeated in 194 at the Battle of Axes in Sicilia. Later that year, Severus waged a short punitive campaign beyond the eastern frontier, annexing the kingdom of Aurelius as a new province, but it's basically just going into him seizing power.
Exactly.
But with just that little information, we understand that it was so-called black men in the midst of this battle.
Exactly.
One of them was a general. And we know Severus was a so-called black man.
Yeah, exactly. Now, let's go to Malachi 1 and 4.
The book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 4. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts.
He said, we are impoverished. At this time, you got to be thinking, Edom. When was y'all at? You know, when were they poor? Because they had got knocked across their goddamn head. This is where the wound came from. That it's talking about in Revelation. They failed. And they was down what? 4,000 years during the same dark period. Man, this book is the greatest thing on the planet. It runs through history. It ain't just our history book, it's the world's history book. And he said, and he going go ahead. He said, he did what?
But we will return and build the desolate places.
And that's exactly what they doing. They building all those places that was fallen in ancient days. They even came back and tried to build up Basra. All those places that was torn down. They trying to build up all these desolate places. Cause why? They trying to outdo the Most High God. And the Most High said, okay, whatever you plan on building, I'm knocking it down.
That's right.
I'm going to show y'all, you don't have no power. That's why they do that class again. They try to be as God. But go ahead.
Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down.
I'm a what?
But I will throw down.
He going to throw down, y'all.
And they shall call them the border of wickedness.
They what?
And they shall call them the border of wickedness.
Maybe then y'all will see how much wickedness they got. Because we just don't, it seem like we just can't call it the border of wickedness when we get out there. The border of wickedness? You mean to tell me yeah. Let's go through their history.
Man, look, they put this stuff so much into your face, man. Just like we was over there, me and Captain Yar and Soldier Yosa, we all was over there helping Samuel this week at this furniture place, and we was helping them, I guess, putting some furniture up. They got the brown furniture right here, you know, the regular brown stained furniture. But then you got the white pieces. That's what they called it, whitewash. They had the same pieces that looked at brown, but they whitewashed. They gave it a lighter tint and called it whitewash. What the hell you think they got this from, man? They constantly keep putting stuff like this in our face, like.
But our people won't get it. Our people just don't. They won't get the signs. They right there. That's funny. The Most High give you a sign, the devil give you a sign. Our people ain't looking at neither one of them. One say left, one say right. They go down.
They go down.
God dang. They ain't looking at none of the signs. Go ahead, now.
Hold where y'all at. Get Psalm 17 and 13. Show you what that wickedness is. We done been through this before. But just lining up with what I'm telling you, man, these people, these people, man, that they meant for a reason. That's what's fitted for destruction. So I already bringing out that they the border of wickedness. This is where wickedness starts. We got precepts say evil increased in the world when they took over again in Maccabees. You know what I'm saying? Read that out.
The book of Psalms, chapter 17, verse 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
Which is what?
Which is thy sword.
So the scriptures telling us that they're wicked. These wicked people, it's the sword of the Most High.
And I'm glad you said that, because if it's the sword of the Most High, and you want these so-called white folks to leave you alone, go back and do God's law, statutes, and the commandments. Don't get in trouble. You ain't got to worry about the belt if you ain't doing nothing wrong.
Become a battle axe of the Most High.
Yes, you don't have to worry about that white man firing you off the job. Why? Because I do what God say. That's why He using him to tear your butt up. If you always got problems, that's because you might need to think what you're doing wrong. White man out. Yes, if you could keep going to jail, you probably because you need to go back and do these laws. You keep making God mad, He gonna keep on sending the sword out there. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Angel probably tired of going to get you. God dang it, man, again? Let's just kill him. Most High like, nah, I'm gonna have mercy on it.
Because they do counsel with the Most High.
Oh yeah.
Like, nah, Most High like, nah, I ain't gonna use that one.
Finish Malachi out, yeah. That's what he said. Nah, not that. No. I'll give him that lip belt.
And they should call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord had indignation forever.
For how long?
Forever.
Forever, man. The Most High is never going to change His mind and start liking these people that some of y'all like. But maybe if I hug a title, God like them. God just burn both of y'all up. You better get as far away from that thing as you can.
See, what our people forget to realize is the Most High, while we sit up, our people say, oh, all people is the child of God. They can change. They can do. The Most High is the discerner of our spirits and our thoughts and our soul. He already knows that they can't change. So how are we going to argue about these heathens when the Most High already telling us about these heathens, man?
All the time.
But our people think that it's going to be some miraculous change in them when they've been the same way the whole time they've been here. That's why we going through the history right now. They never changed, and they never will change.
Yeah. Let's go to Romans chapter 8, verse 19. Man, the Most High, boy, this man ain't nothing. Y'all cannot tell me this Bible ain't the best thing in the world. The best thing in the world, man. This thing got everything in it, man. Everything. Go ahead.
The book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 19. For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of God.
Man, listen to that. Read that again. I want y'all to think about it. Before I even break this down for you, think about what it's saying. Read.
for the earnest expectation of the creature, waiting for the manifestation of the sons of God.
The thing about this is saying, look, the creature is already expecting this to happen. That's why when it lynched Bentley. That's why it say at the end of that book, unless a phenomenon occurs, see, they expecting it. They expecting it. These Negroes finna start learning here in a minute. That's why they tempt us every time to see if we. That's why the movie's out with stuff in it. You be like, dang, let's see if they caught it. How them niggas still dumb, they don't know. And that's what they doing. He said they expected, they earnest expectation of the creature, waiting for the manifestation of the sons of God. They know we was gonna come back on the right. They was waiting on it. They was looking. Our people ain't even looking for it. Our own people not looking for it. But they was always waiting to see. Okay. Oh yeah, they know now. Cause they can't get Negroes out these goddamn corners on Sabbath no more.
Who got a precept for sons of God? See if brothers paying attention in classes, man. Brothers should know that, man. Sons of God. We just went over it with the Passover class. Who got the precept for sons of God? What you got, Isaiah?
I'm thinking about Hosea 1 and 10.
That's good.
Yeah, that is. We did say that last time. What you got, Brother Fred?
2 Peter 3:13.
That's not what. What you got, Ocean? What you got, Shaya? What you got, Vic? What you got, Junior?
Exodus 4 and 22. I got it.
What you got,
Luke 3 and 38.
All praise, that's a good one right there. Luke 3 and 38, and the one I'm looking for, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18, verse 13. I'm going to read it right quick. Now, matter of fact, Brother Kenny, read that right quick.
18:13.
Yeah, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18, verse 13. Brothers got to have these precepts because a lot of times, you know, with Christianity, they think everybody is the son of God. But the Bible is showing you who the sons of God is. So brothers should have those precepts right next to that thing, man. We say this all the time. I don't know when brothers really going to start putting it into practice, man. It helps when you just got it right there. Read that when you get it out.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18, verse 13. For whereas they will not believe anything by reason of the enchantments upon the destruction of the firstborn, they acknowledge this people to be the sons of God.
So it's going, when you read up early in chapters, it's showing how the Most High God did what? Killed all the firstborn of the Egyptian people. Mm-hmm. After he did that, then they acknowledged that the Israelites were the sons of God.
Yes.
Along with what Officer Hispanics
Luke 3 and 33.
Luke 3 and 38. All praises out.
Yeah, 38, my bad.
Go ahead, man.
Genesis 62 also. Oh, praise. Now, did we finish that out? Romans 8.
We did Romans 8, 19.
Yeah.
We on 20 now.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 20. For the creature was made subject to vanity.
See, this enemy that we call, these so-called white people, they was a vain. Vanity, everything they do means nothing. Go ahead.
Not willingly, but by reason of him who had subjected the same in hope. Because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of God.
And then that's what happened when he came out. What did it say? He was going to be gone for that 1,000 years. Now he was wounded. Now he's coming back. And guess what? He's here with us. That's what the liberty of the children of God. It said bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of God. That don't mean he's going to be in the kingdom with us. He's here now. You got liberty right now to get your life right. Grace right now to get our life right. Guess who owned it, though? Guess who running things down there, though? He didn't make it easy for us. He got to make it. He had to put something in the front of us to see if you really going to do what he say. So guess what? You got that vain, nasty, no good for nothing murderer, sleaze bag hoe over us. Yeah, he more than that. I can keep going. I just stopped at a couple of them. Yeah. That's how nasty he is. I'm letting you know. He's no good. Now, let's go to... I don't want to go to 35. Let's go to Revelation 13 and 4. Back to Revelation 13. But this time we start at 4.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 4. And they worshiped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worshiped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him?
Now, the thing about this is we should have went into the idolizing of what this is first. But who gave power to that beast? Better yet, we're going to do this because y'all ain't going to get it. We're going to go to, let's go to what's the name right quick. Let's go to Esdras, second Esdras. Let's talk about this beast first. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14. Now I'll start at 13. 13 and 1. Then we'll move around in this book right quick.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13, verse 1. Surely vain are all men by nature, who are ignorant of God. It could not, out of the good things that are seen, know him that is.
See, that's what they always be trying to do. You got naturists thinking that they know God. Well, I watched the deer cross the field. Yeah, that's all the Most High. That's all Most High God's glory. But they have no knowledge of what's really going on. Go ahead.
Neither by considering the works did they acknowledge the workmaster.
See, even by looking at the works, they still don't give God the glory. Because then, that's nature. Mother Nature. They done,
Exactly.
Yeah, they done changed and made Mother Nature now.
Even with the Big Bang Theory, and they even
All
tell you
that.
that it's a theory, meaning an uneducated guess. That's how we gonna see it.
Or even the all life was formed out from the water, and the water, one little animal done created all of this different thing.
Or that we evolved from monkeys.
All that stuff.
You know,
And but that's what they do. Go ahead. But nobody give credit to the Most High. Go ahead.
But deem either fire or wind, or the swift earth, or the circle of the stars.
Then think about it though. That even when you see fire, think about it. If the Most High didn't do nothing, if he didn't strike no tree, we wouldn't even know nothing about no fire.
And even that is a cut to also the Esau. When they trying to draw the little 5-pointed star, they said the star was a circle.
Yeah. Oh boy, you know what's funny? I was about to get into some of that earlier. I had to change my whole thing. I was on something like that.
I know, I see.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Or the circle of the stars, or the violent water, or the lights of heaven, to be the gods which govern the world.
See, they done made this. When they look at the creations of the Most High, they made them gods instead of looking at the one who created them. That's right. That's what we love, boy. And I'm glad you said that because that's a perfect example. We over here in America, we look at wood cross, dog. But we greater than you. Greater than even if you made the wood cross that you finna worship, you got more power than the wood cross that you just created.
You need to be born.
Go ahead, and then it's talking about the. Go ahead,
With whose beauty, if they being delighted, took them to be gods.
Took what?
Took them to be gods.
They took all of that stuff to be gods. Go ahead.
Let them know how much better the Lord of them is.
The one that created all them, imagine all the animals, wind blowing. We don't know where it come from. They never seen it, but we know it's there. Fire start right out in the middle of the forest. Ain't a person around. We don't give God the glory. We just, see, then we give science the glory. Well, they love giving science the glory. Well, I believe in scientists. Sue for what?
Yeah, they get mad if you don't believe in their science.
Negro just came up with a vaccine they call blood clots. But they, man, yeah, boy. I tell you, man, it's just crazy when you start thinking about this stuff, man. Go ahead, let's drop down to.
Let me finish that.
Yeah, go ahead.
For the first author of
Read
beauty
forward.
had created them.
Read forward.
But if they were astonished at their power and virtue, let them understand by them how much mightier he is that made them.
Oh, boy. Now drop down to 10.
Verse 10. But miserable are they, and be dead things in their hope, who call them gods, which are the works of men's hands.
Of who?
Of men's hands.
Go ahead.
Gold and silver, to shew or in resemblance of beasts, or a stone good for nothing, the work of an ancient hand.
And this just not talking about Christianity, because this talking about Christianity because we dealing with Christianity. But in different parts of the world, they dealing with other stuff still made by, because you got the Buddhist statues that they made out of what you call it, jade. And you got all the different religions. You got even the, what do you call it, the Islam. They got the star and the moon. They got that on necklaces. They got that in gold and in silver. So I don't care what you come up here with. Any other of them religions, all of them garbage. All of them. I don't give a dang what you call. You can try to make it sound good, garbage. And that's where you end them at. Don't argue with them. When you level up, that's garbage. People get mad on the street when I tell them that. I'm not finna hear that. That's garbage. I'm gonna tell you straight off top. You finna just tell me some garbage. Because that's what it is. But that's I don't care if that's your religion. Your religion is wrong. So you tell him that, just straight up, go straight at the devil, he'll leave you alone. They'll run up, I can't talk. No, you can't tell me no bull crap about no Islam, about no Christianity, because it's garbage.
And the Lord told us in Deuteronomy 4:19 that he was going to drive the other nations to worshiping them things. That's how raw our Bible is. That he's told us, y'all worship me and me only, the creator of all things, and I'm going to leave the sun, the moon, the stars for the other nations to worship.
Yep.
And that's how you can verify what I'm saying, because it was already written that they were going to be worshiping them things.
Go ahead, let's finish that. Go 10. You still at 10, right?
Yeah, I finished.
Go to 11. Hit 11.
11.
Yeah.
Verse 11. Now a carpenter that felled timber, after he had sawn down a tree meet for the purpose, and taken off all the bark skillfully round about, and had wrought it handsomely, and made a vessel thereof fit for the service of man's life.
Well, fit for the service of man's life. Now you can go look at the cross, because that's exactly what everybody be doing before they do something. That ain't gonna do nothing. Still gonna get knocked out. Boxers get down there. Round 1, 30 seconds, knocked out. But nobody questioned. I would have said, shoot, if I was his trainer, don't do that this fight. You know, you did the last fight, you got knocked out. So that don't work. We know that don't work. Football player, basketball player, put it in there, free throw. Boom! Knock the ball all off the side of the goal. So now we should know that don't work. That idol don't work.
Let me get a precept right quick.
Go ahead,
Give me Baruch chapter 6, verse 70 right quick. Brothers can highlight these few little scriptures as idols. get there, read that out.
The book of Baruch, chapter 6, verse 70. For as a scarecrow in a garden of cucumbers keepeth nothing, so are their gods of wood, and laid over with silver and gold.
So the Most High God is comparing idols to a scarecrow. Just like a scarecrow is good for nothing, a scarecrow is supposed to what? Scare away the birds from the crops and so forth. The Most High God said they're good for nothing, just like an idol of wood is good for nothing. Jump down to verse 73.
Verse 73. Better therefore is the just man that had none idols, for he shall be far from reproach.
So the Most High God is telling us don't deal with idols, because guess what? You'll be far from reproach, meaning what? Correction. Don't deal in those types of things, man. Go ahead, Al.
I'm gonna have to come back. Let's go back to Revelations. And like I guess what the Most High, I thought I was correcting myself. I try to have a slow class, but I mean a short class. But there's another one of my part twos that never show up. But believe me, next week, the next time we're gonna do part two of this.
I'll give you. You'll never run out of classes.
I know. I got part twos of so many stuff from a long time ago. But let's go ahead and I'm gonna get a revelation. Somebody give me a law though. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna close this out with this one.
Revelation
18 and 17. Okay. But remind me, y'all, we will have a part two, man. Next time, I'm not gonna go to nothing else. I'm gonna come right back to this. I still gotta have a page now. Let's go.
The book of Revelation,
18.
chapter 18, verse 17. For in 1 hour, so great riches is come to naught.
What? How long?
For in 1 hour, so great riches is come to naught.
In 1 hour, this great United States of America, USA, all these riches. I live over there. They think they doing it over in Arlington too, but they got the Cowboy Stadium, 2 baseball fields. Still sorry, but go ahead.
In every shipmaster. In all the company of ships.
That's because a lot of them gonna try to get away on this water too.
Maybe.
Boy, that'd be the scariest thing. Boy, a bomb hitting you on that water. Imagine that wave. You gonna be on that tsunami for real with a ship, and then you ain't gonna be surfing neither. Go ahead.
In all the companies of ships and sailors. In as many as trade by sea. Stood afar off.
So they're all of them that's in the seas. When this bombs hit over here, when they gonna be traveling, they gonna be like, ooh, they gonna stop. They gonna be seeing far off. They gonna be in the middle of the Atlantic. Just left. We're gonna be looking over there across the water and watching the United States burn. Read.
And cried when they saw the smoke of her burning.
Cried. Because they got a ship full of stuff they was finna sell. I'm talking about, man, I didn't even know them things, man. You know them ships be holding over 20,000 of them carts for that go on the back of them trains. 20,000 in one ship.
That's why they can sell it so cheap.
And imagine all the money this man finna make. He was finna go on vacation when he got off this trip. And he finna go over there, he turn around and see it blow up. He crying. All of them. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you broke. You ain't finna make no money. You ain't finna make no money. Read.
Saying, what city is like unto this great city?
What city is like unto America? I ain't seen nobody in a hurry to get to Africa. Ain't nobody traveling, breaking no walls down. Ain't nobody going to different government to get in Africa. Or any other place. Even when they take a vacation, they can't wait to get back home. I'm gonna wait to get back to America. Because what's up this great city? Go ahead.
And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing.
These mothers is crying like a boy. They is crying. Because all of that money that I was rich yesterday. But in 1 hour, man, this should be happy for us. We should be, shoot. Y'all move back, man. I'm going to do a couple of cartwheels. But man, listen. We should be happy this finna go down. But no, our people do not do that. Our people will sit there and, oh man, you mean to tell me? Because they trust in oppression, what the brother was bringing out earlier. Go ahead.
Saying, at last, that great city wherein were made rich, all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness. For in 1 hour is she made desolate.
In 1 hour she made desolate. And the reason y'all don't understand why the Most High is really specifically going on about ships, because y'all gonna understand that's what they go by. Everything that they doing, the laws, they gave you a constitution, they don't even go by that. They go by maritime law, laws of water. Everything that they do is based on the ship. That's world transactions.
That's right.
That's how the world works. I know we be simple-minded, think, hey, I just go to work, come home. Believe me, it's more complicated than what you think.
That's why when you got the dollar bill, you
It's
got
out
the
the
pyramid
water,
with the
exactly.
water up under
There
it.
you go. That's why it's talking about the ships. See, the money is made not because you done went to work. That ain't the money. 20,000 of those crates is some money.
Trade. Trade.
That's why it's talking about that like that.
And I don't know if anybody know that back in the 80s, Ronald Reagan did a speech where he referred to America as the city on the hill, the shining city on the hill. Ain't no other place on this planet called the city on the hill, or they even look to as that. That's how we know it's talking about America, because this is the place that everybody in the whole world is looking to come to trade, to make money, to go to school. That city on the hill.
And even with in verse 19 at the end part, where we want to focus on, in 1 hour she made desolate. What type of weapon can destroy America in 1 hour? Exactly.
And
Russia got one.
Yeah.
Satan too.
And
Take
not only
30
that.
minutes to get over here, 30 minutes to blow all of Texas off the map. So they actually have the weapons that can really do these things. So this is how you learn to put Bible prophecy with current events today. Go ahead, Doc.
And with the nuclear weapon, when it's fired, remember how he said they'll be far off. They'll be way across the sea. And that's the only way you're going to be able to see a fire from the United States over there, because of a nuclear weapon that the brother's bringing up. When you see that cloud go in there, it'll be seen from over there in Europe. You'll be able to look back and say, ooh, what's going on in America? Because you ain't going to be able to get the news no more from there, because it's going to be gone. All you're going to hear is that poltergeist sound.
Just on I don't know if anybody's seen the video I put in there. It was Fox News, and they was talking about the UFOs, and they supposed to be putting a report out because of that COVID relief bill. They got to put a report out on UFOs because it's that serious now. They on Fox News and they ain't even playing. They dead serious because these chariots is harassing them.
And they get to see them often, more and more often. And they doing. I saw one they doing because they had been observing them, but now they starting to do different things now. You know what I'm saying? Going in the ocean. You know what I'm saying? They going in the ocean, then they coming out different places. They like, wait a minute, hold on, something going on, because they ain't just sitting and watching no more. They doing stuff. They preparing now. The Most High got this thing ready. He getting it ready.
And on the Fox News, you know Fox take everything as a joke. They got dudes who they was laughing at on here. And they seriously asking these dudes questions about it now, because when the U.S. Navy is petitioning Congress to set up some kind of parameters to report this stuff, because it's happening that frequently, and they putting it out in the public, it's on. And we done seen them ourselves, just sitting outside school. I done seen them. This stuff is real, man.
You still got that video on your phone?
No, I got those pictures. I might have them.
But yeah, this thing is serious, man. This is not no joke. When he say he gonna take this place out in an hour, You
In
can't.
one
If
hour.
you're not on the spiritual level of understanding these chariots, then you wouldn't understand how you take it out in 1 hour.
That's right.
Because they make America be the most strongest nation on the planet.
And
Well,
when-
that's until you met Yahweh shot.
And if he's saying 1 hour, y'all better believe it's gonna be 1 hour.
Straight like this.
Y'all be talking about well, maybe he come 30 minutes late.
What about my cell phone? What about my cell phone?
Most High is not on seat. He ain't on color people time. He ain't on that.
Okay, what about our Instagram?
Yeah, no, that's gonna be.
Can't take no pictures.
They gonna tell you that don't work. Yo, you gonna it's gonna say no service, no service, none of that. Satellite gone.
5G
Cause when you really read into it all, that's falling out the sky anyway. Y'all better keep your head up. Hope you got doing satellite don't fall on your forehead. But let's go with the
Exodus chapter 23, verse 8.
Exodus chapter 23, verse 8. At the end of every class, we always telling y'all to give a law. So what we do is give y'all a law. So you'll be learning the laws. If you start writing them down and keeping them laws and go back and study through your notes, and sometimes we repeat them, but eventually we're going to get to all 613.
For your brothers and sisters, man, that's been tuning in. I'll praise the Most High for y'all brothers and sisters tuning in today. We hope y'all like and share the video, man. Help us push this truth around the world, man. We will be coming to Houston, May the 1st. So we'll be coming to a city near you as the Most High will, not our own will.
Brother Yahweh, reach out to me because I don't have your up-to-date phone number, so call me out.
Who?
Brother Yahweh in Houston.
In Houston.
Yahweh, call them. And you read? Go ahead with the law.
The book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 8. And thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blinded the wise.
Thou should do what?
For thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blinded the wise.
Boy, that stimulus check got a whole lot of people just, boy, blinded.
Stimmy.
Oh, hold on. They hated the white man yesterday. That stimulus check came today. Oh, he all right. He all right. He all right now. He good. He good till next month. All the way to next month. That's all on that. Go ahead.
It perverted the words of the righteous.
Did what?
It perverted the words of the righteous.
Got you voting Democratic, boy. Then you gonna go, you damn Democratic bound, boy. They give out stimulus and shit.
Yeah.
You love them now.
They
That's what they doing.
They was Israel today, not tomorrow. Their last name, Stimmy Turner.
Yeah. It was such and such Yasserala. They came out with that stimulus check. He's Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith, you sir.
Yes. That's it on that. And on that note, y'all have a good Sabbath, and we say